How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just want to come on here for a while and give them a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage from 2 nights ago, which was May 13th, 2022. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was the Death Triangle, which are Pac, Rey Fenix, and Penta Oscuro, versus the Andrade Family Office, which are Mark Quinn, the Butcher, and the Blade. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Death Triangle went over cause Pac pinned Mark Quinn with the Black Arrow. Now, after the match, as the Death Triangle, which are Pac, Rey Fenix, and Penta Oscuro, along with Alex Abrahantes, were celebrating their victory, the lights went out, then the lights went back on, and as the lights came back on, the House of Black, which are Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews, appeared and were on the ring apron, and the Death Triangle and the House of Black stared each other down, and as the Death Triangle charged at the House of Black, which are Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews, disappeared because the lights went out, and as the lights came back on, the House of Black disappeared. The House of Black disappeared, and the Death Triangle, along with Alex Abrahantes, looked on confused and everything. That was cool. Match 2, it was Shawn Spears versus Bear Boulder. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Shawn Spears went over with the C4. Now, after the match, Shawn Spears got out of the got Shawn Spears celebrated his victory, but then Shawn Spears got out of the ring, grabbed a steel chair. Shawn Spears got back in the ring, and as Shawn Spears got back in the ring with a steel chair, Shawn Spears attacked Bear Boulder with the steel chair, and then Bear Boulder rolled out of the ring, and Shawn Spears continued to celebrate his victory and everything. That was cool. Match 3, it was Ruby Soho versus Reho in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament quarterfinal match in the women's division. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Ruby Soho went over and advanced in the Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament in the women's division with the Blade Runner. And match 4, which was the main event, it was Scorpio Sky versus Frankie Kazarian for the AEW TNT title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Scorpio Sky went over and retained the AEW TNT title with the TKO. Now, after the match, Ethan Page and Dan Lambert got in the ring, and Dan Lambert got on the microphone, and Scorpio Sky tried to help Frankie Kazarian up, but Frankie Kazarian wasn't having any part of it, and Frankie Kazarian told Scorpio Sky that Ethan Page attacked him with the AEW TNT title. Well, Scorpio Sky went over and gave Ethan Page and Dan Lambert a dirty ass look. Dan Lambert said, Dan Lambert said, "Don't listen to that moron." And Scorpio Sky asked Ethan Page if he'd done it. Ethan Page took the microphone from Dan Lambert and said, "Yes, Guy, I did it. I done it for the team. Now whose side are you on?" And Scorpio Sky got pissed off, and Scorpio Sky turned around and struck Frankie Kazarian with the AEW TNT title and laid him out. And then Ethan Page started stomping on Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky held Frankie Kazarian down, and Ethan Page continued to beat the shit out of Frankie Kazarian. Yeah, because Scorpio Sky held Frankie Kazarian down while Ethan Page continued to beat the shit out of Frankie Kazarian. And Dan Lambert got on the microphone and said, "Yes, I love it. I'm glad to see that the plan worked out and came together. So now, Sammy, I see you and Ty Conti in the crowd. So why don't you and your whorehousing get in this ring right now?" So Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti came through the crowd, and Dan Lambert signaled for Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page to run. So Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, and Ethan Page, so Dan Lambert and Men of the Year, which are Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, retreated, and Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti got in the ring and stood tall, while Dan Lambert and Men of the Year, which are Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, were out of the ring, and Frankie Kazarian was out of the ring laid out and everything. That was cool. Now, besides the matches, Lexi Nair interviewed Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. Well, Lexi Nair brought up that Tony Nese and Mark Sterling will face Hook and Danhausen on the pre-show of All Elite Wrestling's pay-per-view event Double or Nothing. Well, Mark Sterling said, "I am not a wrestler. I am a lawyer. And I don't have tights. So no, I'm not going to wrestle." Lexi Nair said, "Well, management said that if you don't, that if you're going to put your hands on the talent, then you got to wrestle." Mark Sterling said, "I put my hands on Wardlow? No. It was the other way around. Wardlow put his hands on me." Then Tony Nese said, "Mark, it's fine. You don't have to compete. I am the premier athlete. I will..." Because think about it. I beat Danhausen in regular time, and I destroyed him. And since I am the premier athlete, and I destroyed Danhausen, I'll destroy him again, and I'll destroy Hook too. I will take them both 2-on-1. And also, Mark, I'm going to need you to dish out $10K. Then Tony Nese left, and Mark Sterling said, "That's a lot." And Lexi Nair said, "Yeah, that is a lot." And as Tony Nese left, Mark Sterling and Lexi Nair were looking on and everything. That was cool. The Gun Club, which are Billy, Austin, and Colton Gunn, and The Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, were backstage, and Billy Gunn brought up that the Gun Club, which are Austin and Colton Gunn, and The Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, along with Billy Gunn himself, are now a faction. And Billy Gunn said, "Now that we're a faction, we got to come up with gestures." Austin Gunn said, "Oh, Father." Billy Gunn said, "Yes, Austin." And Austin and Colton Gunn done the crotch chop, and Billy Gunn said, "Stop it, stop it, stop it. We're not doing the crotch chop. That's already been used." And Anthony Bowens said, "Oh, Billy, here." And Billy Gunn said, "Yes, Anthony." Anthony Bowens said, "How about, the gesture that Max and I do with the scissors? How about that?" Billy Gunn said, "That's perfect." And then Billy Gunn said, "Now we got to come up with a catchphrase." And Austin Gunn said, "Oh, Daddy, right here." Billy Gunn said, "Yes, Austin." Austin Gunn said, "If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you." Billy Gunn said, "Stop it, stop it, stop it. That will not get over because that's already been used." Max Caster said, "Oh, Billy, right here." Billy Gunn said, "Yes, Caster." Max Caster said, "Yo, listen." And Billy Gunn said, "That's perfect." And then Billy Gunn said, "And you know, guys, since I mentioned earlier about us being a faction and I know a lot about factions, I got you for a match." Austin Gunn said, "On Dynamite?" Billy Gunn said, "No." Colton Gunn said, "Rampage? On Rampage?" Billy Gunn said, "No." Anthony Bowen said, "A Double or Nothing?" Billy Gunn said, "No." Because Anthony Bowens said Double or Nothing, Billy Gunn said no. But then Billy Gunn said, "I got you all a match on AEW Dark Elevation Monday night." And then the Gunn Club, which are Austin and Colton Gunn, and the Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, all got excited, and Billy Gunn got excited with them, and they all done the scissor gesture and everything. That was cool. Tony Schiavone interviewed the baddies, which are Jade Cargill, Red Velvet, and Kiera Hogan, along with Mark Sterling, and Tony Schiavone was getting ready to break the news, but Jade Cargill said, Jade Cargill said, "First of all, Tony, cut the shit. Cameraman, do your job. Zoom in on my wonderful, beautiful baddies." So the camera went over to the baddies in the crowd, to Jade Cargill's baddie fans in the crowd, and then Tony Schiavone brought up that Hikaru Shida has suffered an injury and is out of the Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament in the women's division. And Jade Cargill said, Well, Tony, that's too bad." And then Jade Cargill asked Mark Sterling, she said, "Mark, what happened to you?" Mark Sterling was getting ready to tell what happened, but Jade Cargill said, "Who gives a shit, Mark? Just shut up." And then Jade Cargill said, "But Mark, as a businessman, do your business." Mark Sterling said, "Well, since Hikaru Shida has suffered an injury and Red Velvet does not have an opponent, Red Velvet should win by forfeit and advance in the Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament in the women's division." And Tony Schiavone said, "Well, apparently I can't cut the shit, Jade, because, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but according to the boss, Tony Khan, Red Velvet will not be winning by forfeit, and Hikaru Shida will be having a replacement. And your replacement is none other than this lady here." And then Chris Statlander came out, and Chris Statlander was on stage, and the baddies, which are Jade Cargill, Red Velvet, and Kiera Hogan, along with Mark Sterling, were in the ring, and a stare down ensued and everything. That was cool. And Mark Henry interviewed Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, along with Ethan Page and Dan Lambert. And, well, Mark Henry brought up to Scorpio Sky, Mark Henry brought up that Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky were once a part of SCU and won the AEW Tag Team titles together. And then Mark Henry asked Scorpio Sky, Scorpio Sky, "Are you ready to defend your AEW TNT title against your longtime friend and partner and Frankie Kazarian?" And Ethan Page said, "Now, Mark, what kind of stupid question is that? Of course Scorpio Sky is ready to take on Frankie Kazarian and defend the AEW TNT title." And Scorpio Sky said, "Ethan, just shut up." And Ethan Page said, Scorpio, why did you give Frankie Kazarian a shot at the AEW TNT title? Scorpio Sky said, I gave Frankie my word, and I told him that I was going to give him a shot at the AEW TNT title. Dan Lambert said, and? Scorpio Sky said, and I am going to honor my word, and I said I am going to bring prestige back to the AEW TNT title, and I'm going to give it meaning again. And Frankie Kazarian said, Ethan, Frankie Kazarian said, Dan and Ethan, Frankie Kazarian said, now Ethan, I don't recall Mark Henry asking you two yes men of you and Dan Lambert a question. But let's cut to the chase. I earned a shot at the AEW TNT title. And I am going to beat Scorpio Sky and win the AEW TNT title. And you two yes men, you need to stay out of it. And Dan Lambert and Ethan Page said, okay. And then Dan Lambert says the guy who doesn't have any friends. And Scorpio Sky said, Ethan and Dan, Frankie makes a good point. I'm going to prove that I can defend my AEW TNT title by myself, nobody involved. So Ethan and Dan, why don't you two take the rest of the night off? Why don't you two take the night off? And so Ethan Page and Dan Lambert left, and Scorpio Sky said, now Frankie, on to you. Tonight, I'm going to defend my AEW TNT title, and I'm going to beat your ass, and I'm going to retain my AEW TNT title. And that's all I got to say about that. And then Scorpio Sky snapped his fingers, and the lights went out, and Frankie Kazarian was still there, and Mark Henry said his signature line, well, looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event and everything. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Taz, Excalibur, and Chris Jericho done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. The referees for the event were Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay, Paul Turner refereed the match between the Death Triangle versus the Andrade Family Office. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Shawn Spears versus Bear Boulder. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Ruby Soho versus Reho in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament quarterfinal match in the women's division. And Rick Knox refereed the match between Scorpio Sky versus Frankie Kazarian for the AEW TNT title. All the referees done awesome as usual. And like I said, Taz, Excalibur, and Chris Jericho done awesome on commentary as usual, and all the referees done awesome as usual as well. Now, the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Wild Card Wednesday, this Wednesday night, it's going to be Jeff Hardy versus Adam Cole in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament semifinal match in the men's division. Samoa Joe versus a mystery opponent in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament quarterfinal match in the men's division. Kyle O'Reilly versus Ray Phoenix in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament quarterfinal match in the men's division. Britt Baker versus a mystery opponent and an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament quarterfinal match in the women's division, and Hangman Page versus Konosuke Takeshita. Hangman Page versus Konosuke Takeshita. Now, besides the matches that have been announced, William Regal and Chris Jericho will be having a face-to-face confrontation, and Wardlow will have to take 10 lashes with a belt from MJF. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event Wildcard Wednesday on Wednesday night looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it. The match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage Friday night, it's going to be Chris Statlander versus Red Velvet in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament quarterfinal match in the women's division. So the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage Friday night looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it. And the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's pay-per-view event Double or Nothing So what's been announced on the pre-show so far, it's going to be Hook and Danhausen versus Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. And for the main show that's been announced so far, it's going to be Hangman Page versus CM Punk for the AEW title, Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb for the AEW women's title, and whoever advances in the finals of the men's division of the Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament, and whoever advances in the finals of the Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament in the women's division will face off for the Owen Hart Memorial Cup. So the match card for the pre-show and the main show of All Elite Wrestling's All Elite Wrestling's pay-per-view event Double or Nothing. So far, it's been announced. Looks like it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it, and I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give them a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage from 2 nights ago, which was May 13th, 2022. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.